So today I wanted to talk about a very curious game that you're probably seeing some gameplay, quote unquote, on screen, and that game is Mixtape, the latest game from a very popular distributor that I'm going to mention later for surprise factor, because it's very surprising that this got published by these people. And I wanted to talk about it because it's a bit of a start of a mini-series where I talk about gaming journalism. And I wanted to start with the weird case of this game. For those of you that don't know, this game is an independent game and tries a lot to have the vibes of the game Life is Strange, which you are probably familiar with. Personally, Life is Strange is not subjectively for me, but objectively has gotten a lot of rightful popularity and a lot of love from the people. And then this game came out. What are the problems with this game? Well, first and foremost, IGN gave it a 10 out of 10. For measure, IGN gave a 10 out of 10 to very few games. You know, the few times you really cannot mess up giving a 10 out of 10. And one of those games was Elden Ring. Okay? Elden Ring is a very good game. Like, objectively, it's not perfect by any means, but as per a game stands, I can see why someone can give it a 10 out of 10. I can understand a 9 out of 10. Okay, I can understand. Okay, I'm fine with AGN giving Elden Ring a 10 out of 10. So keep Elden Ring in mind when you think about Mixtape. And then the second issue is, what do you actually do in this game? Nothing. I was very curious when this game dropped because it caused a lot of controversy, especially because of the IGN review. Okay? And then I looked around, I even discussed it with some friends. I looked around Mixtape gameplay, and I didn't find it. I looked around Mixtape gameplay scenes, because I was finding lots of cutscenes and interactive cutscenes, or lots of walking around before getting to the place where the gameplay would happen. And I didn't find it. I looked more. I still haven't found gameplay. I looked more. And then I felt ashamed about what I found, gameplay-wise. Because I realized that the walking simulator, the cutscenes, the barely interactive cutscenes were the gameplay. And the most gameplay I found was that one shitty minigame where you have like the mouths of two minors. You're probably seeing it on screen right now. What the fuck is this? Is this a 10 out of 10 game? Is this a 10 out of 10 game? Are we going insane? Like, is this the future? Is this what represents gaming at the highest peaks right now of review. And of course, there's other quote-unquote gameplay. One of the other gameplays, the most stupidly insane gameplays I saw was the one where you were using skateboards around an abandoned building and you just explode stuff. Like, you explode stuff with your middle fingers going around for whatever fucking reason. Like, somehow this game has supernatural stuff. Okay, it's a big mess. And it's surprising that Annapurna published this. Annapurna published this. The same studio that published games, even among some of my favorite games, like Outer Wilds. Outer fucking Wilds! Or 12 Minutes! I loved 12 Minutes. I loved Outer Wilds. It's still one of my favorite games. And the same people publish now this. Now, not the same developers, but you get what I mean. Like, they're all under the Annapurna umbrella. Annapurna! Like, what the fuck do you mean? Annapurna did this. Or what remains of Edith Finch? Okay, what remains of Edith Finch is another walking simulator, okay? But at least tells a good story. And that walking simulator has different things you can do in each walking session. So it makes it kinda better. And then this! What the fuck is this? Like, you're probably seeing the quote-unquote gameplay of this absolute trash that thinks it's the next Life is Strange. Dude, you are not even close to what Life is Strange is. You are not even close to what is under the Annapurna umbrella. Like, Outer Wilds is billions of light years better than you. Like, billions of light years. This game doesn't even see Outer Wilds with a fucking NASA telescope. Okay? They're so far away, Outer Wilds doesn't know Mixtape exists. Better! It's good for Outer Wilds' mental health, because the sole existence of this game and everything that follows about this game is deeply destroying my mental health, as you can hear. And IGN gave it 10 out of 10. Now, there's a couple of things that are going around, a couple of theories that go around about this game. Despite this game being an indie game, it was made by the kid of a millionaire. Okay, now there's a lot of discussion recently about what makes an indie. Of course, an indie will be a game that is not published is not published within or fundraised by a larger company such as Nintendo, Sony, or Microsoft. Like, so it technically falls under the indie category, but factually, this game had all the money in the world, okay? All the money in the world, and still could not provide a good experience. And you may say, the visuals are decent, come on now. I usually don't tend to count the visuals within the review session. Okay? Because good visuals everybody can make good visuals if they ignore the rest. Like, if you only do one thing, it's obvious that it comes out very good. But if the rest is lacking, the rest is lacking, full stop. So yeah. Now I wanted to use Mixtape's case to talk about a bit game reviews, because the most popular theory is that the millionaire family behind the ones that made Mixtape, it is said that allegedly they are paying out, or better, they did pay out the video game journalists at IGN, and probably many more, to give it a good grade. Okay, possibly the best. Allegedly. Whether that's the case or not, this showcases a massive issue within the gaming review sphere. Two things. First one, if that's true, still, it's alleged, it means that the video game journalism is going mask off. They are willing to get bought to give a good review. And that is not. The second thing is, whether or not the first thing is true, let's talk about facts. It is factually correct that video game journalism now is completely sold on giving good reviews, giving good grades to games that are not games, but they look nice. They're completely sold on that. And this is an issue, because the average public, okay, probably won't be part of a more in-depth gaming discussion. They will see IGN 10 out of 10, and they will slowly be converted into the less gameplay, more graphics. And that is an issue. That is a massive issue, because if games are not meant to be played anymore, what the fuck are we even doing anymore? Like, what are we doing with our games? We just look at them, because this is what's happening with Mixtape. You are looking at a game. And it's crazy that this is coming from the same workplace, video game journalism, that doesn't know the difference between artistic department and graphics department. And yet they wanna sell you a game that is all about graphics and barely any gameplay. And if that bare gameplay there is, that gameplay is trash. Like, it's actual trash. This is a massive issue, and I'm going to extend on future videos, because it's a thing I really want to talk about. But to keep talking, to close off and talking about Mixtape, yeah, this game is trash. Chibi Doki said it the best. This game wouldn't even be so bad if it didn't have the presumption of being the best above all. If it didn't pretend like it was best compared to Life is Strange or other titles. If this game was treating itself as a game, okay, a little project, probably wouldn't be getting this much trash. Okay, I would look at it and say, yo, this game is bad, doesn't have any gameplay. I will just move on. But the fact that it went on to get the 10 out of 10 from IGN, published by Annapurna, if this game just stayed as a game on Steam, people would have ignored it. But no, it needed to be presented as the best of the best. And then you look at it, and of course the expectation from that 10 out of 10 plummets in a minute the moment you open the gameplay. The minute you open the game, that expectation plummets, and of course people get mad because you have to pay for this game. And paying any price for a game that is not what promised, okay? Yeah, of course people are going to be mad. People expected a 10 out of 10 experience and they got a 6 out of 10 to be generous. Though personally, if I was in charge to review this game, I would give it 4 to be nice. 4 out of 10 to be nice. If I were in a very bad mood that day, this game, 2 or 3, maybe. So yeah. I don't know what the fuck is going on with the video game journalist. If this is a 10 out of 10 games, yeah, we have an issue. And I'm going to extend on this issue in the next videos I'm going to make. But yeah, I feel like Mixtape only represents what remains of video game journalism. A lot of appearance rather than substance. Which was something people were already understanding years ago. Like years ago. But now it's completely going mask off. And Mixtape is the symbol of that mask off. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you think about this whole situation. And as always, see you next time. Have a good one.